Guys, there is one reason why the Dallas Cowboys are stuck between a rock and a hard place as to paying and making George Pickens the #1, or if not one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league. And that same reason is also the same reason as to why George Pickens will not likely want to play on the franchise tag. George Pickens was a second-round draft pick out of Georgia University in 2022, coming in with some red flags as far as his character issues. But hey, everybody should be very fiery, very passionate, very high energy type of guys. That's how some wide receivers are kind of pretty much genetically made. We have seen George Pickens produce and have very solid and consistent production in his time with Pittsburgh with very mediocre and inconsistent quarterback play, playing with guys like Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, and also Russell Wilson. And now you pair George Pickens with an elite quarterback like a Dak Prescott, lights out. He becomes an all-pro wide receiver, finishes the league in top 5 wide receiving, and also outplays his counterpart CeeDee Lamb. If I'm George Pickens, last year was my prove-it deal, and I outplayed that contract. I outplayed my competition. I outplayed my counterpart, and I almost pretty much maximized my production. And I'm just scratching the surface. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm hesitant because he exceeded expectations. However, you are what you are worth. Now, what does this mean? Okay, the Dallas Cowboys in 2025 sacrificed a third-round draft pick to acquire George Pickens through trade. And last year, he was playing on a contract in the last year of his rookie deal, which means it was basically a prove-it year, right? So him being placed on a franchise tag is basically similar to last year, another prove-it deal. Guys, based on the average salary APY per year for wide receivers, it increases from about $2 to $5 million each year, right? So let's say we utilize CeeDee Lamb's contract, right? CeeDee Lamb makes about $34.5 million APY per year, and CeeDee Lamb got his contract when? 2 years ago in 2024. We are now in 2026. So I'm assuming that George Pickens' negotiation talks will start somewhere at the bottom of a $38 or $39 million per year average salary. But who all knows that numbers that his agent David Mulligeta are kind of pretty much shooting the stars for. We've seen all the other counterpart wide receivers that have recently getting paid, like a Jackson Smith and Jigba, surpassing $40 million per year, basically resetting the market. And plenty other young wide receivers left to come, like a Puka Nacua, to as well get their payday. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I sacrificed a third-round draft pick to get this guy, and even when my best wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb wasn't there, George Pickens was. When my quarterback Dak Prescott needed a reliable target, George Pickens was there. If I'm George Pickens, hey, the franchise tag is only a 1-year deal, and it doesn't guarantee long-term security, and it doesn't guarantee I'll have the same amount of production and also the same accolades. So George Pickens is definitely looking into this situation as to, I want a long-term deal, not necessarily play on the franchise tag for the foreseeable future. Who knows, I can cash in this much again. But hey, you guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on every social media platform at Jabari Showtime. All right, peace.